Being different isn't always good or great. Society often finds it hard to accept those who break the mold, and at times even turns to ridicule. But there's a world of difference between having a typical trait like extra weight or red hair and carrying something so extraordinarily rare. In today's video, we'll explore 15 of the rarest and most amazing humans on Earth that actually existed. Number 15. Rose Gale, the Beard Lady. Growing up in Oregon, Rose always felt different, especially during her teenage years. Puberty brought with it something deeply unexpected: thick facial hair. Every day, Rose had to shave twice just to keep up with the crazy growth. It wore her down. She saw countless specialists, tried every prescription, from pills to laser treatments, but nothing worked. Eventually, she was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, which is basically a hormonal disorder that increases male pattern features in women. Still, nothing stopped the hair. For years, she lived in embarrassment and discomfort. Then one day, Rose skipped shaving and found herself surprisingly at peace. That moment sparked a shift. She joined a self-love group online, began posting selfies, and leaned fully into her identity. Now, she proudly competes in bearded beauty contests and embraces her appearance with boldness. Her message is simple: self-worth isn't defined by looks. Rose is no longer hiding. She's thriving and inspiring others to do the same. Number 14. Human Snake. Shellini Yadav from India was born with a super rare and painful skin condition called lamellar ichthyosis. The disease causes her skin to regenerate far faster than normal, which results in constant peeling, cracking, and shedding, similar to how a snake sheds its skin. Her condition grew so severe that walking became difficult, and she had to rely on a wheelchair. As if the physical burden wasn't enough, she was also expelled from school. Not for any wrongdoing, but because her appearance frightened other students. Her world felt like it was closing in. But hope came from across the world. A group of specialists in Spain offered to help. Shellini underwent treatment that reduced the shedding drastically, and for the first time in years, she was able to move without unbearable pain. Though her journey is far from over, Shellini now has a fighting chance, and her resilience stands as a quiet triumph over both cruelty and illness. Number 13. Chef Boy Bonez. Well now, Chef Boy Bonez might not be a name everyone instantly recognizes, but if you've spent any time on social media, chances are you've seen his wild antics. He's the guy who can literally pop his eyes out of their sockets, a bizarre ability he turned into a rising career. What makes Chef Boy Bonez different isn't just the eye-popping trick, it's how he turned it into an advantage. He saw it not as a limitation, but as a stage. That mindset paid off. His social media exploded, and major brands began collaborating with him. But he wasn't done. Chef Boy Bonez set his sights on a Guinness World Record for farthest eyeball pop. He even took his talents to America's Got Talent, where he shocked the audience with his rapping skills before ending with his famous eye stunt. What started as a strange gift became his signature, and with each weird and wonderful performance, he proves you don't need to be ordinary to succeed. Number 12. Shenina Isam. Shenina, from one of the most baffling skin conditions ever documented, a disorder so puzzling that even specialists remain unsure how to classify it. Her condition started in 2009, during her time as a law student at the University of Memphis. After experiencing a serious asthma attack, she was treated with high-dose steroids. What followed was terrifying. Shenina developed an allergic reaction that caused her skin to itch uncontrollably. As time passed, black scabs began appearing, and shockingly, fingernails started growing from her hair follicles. Doctors were left stunned. After countless tests, they discovered that instead of producing hair, her follicles were growing human nails. On top of that, her skin was generating 12 times the normal number of skin cells per follicle. This caused her legs to darken, her vision to blur, and her bones to weaken. Eventually, she was bedridden and burdened by overwhelming medical debt. With help from friends and donations, Shenina later founded a nonprofit to assist others battling rare illnesses. Number 11. Bashir Aziz. London-based model Bashir Aziz didn't always have the confidence he's now known for. Born with vitiligo, a common condition that causes areas of the skin to lose pigment, Bashir struggled through childhood. Kids at school called him names like cow and zebra, and every insult left a scar. It wore down his self-worth. He feared that no one could love or accept someone who looked like him. But Bashir refused to let the negativity define him. Over time, he built strength from the inside out. As he began modeling, people started to notice not just his features, but the pride behind them. His vitiligo patches, once a source of shame, became his signature. Interestingly, about half of those patches have faded since he was born. But Bashir says he wouldn't erase them even if he could. They're part of his story. Through every photo shoot, he radiates a message. Embracing yourself is 100% real beauty, and he wears it proudly. Number 10. Tom Stanford. This is my hero. Tom lives with one of the rarest conditions in the world, MDP syndrome, a genetic disorder that prevents his body from storing fat under the skin. What that means is his frame appears unusually skeletal, especially around his face and limbs. At first glance, it may seem like a blessing in a world obsessed with thinness. But for Tom, it came with serious health complications, including type 2 diabetes. Still, he never let the diagnosis dictate his life. Tom became a competitive Paralympic cyclist, pushing himself to the edge of human ability. Every aspect of his health, from his meals to his blood sugar, has to be monitored, yet his willpower never wavers. Beyond sports, this 36-year-old guy found love. He met his wife online, proving once again that connection has nothing to do with appearance. His story is a sharp reminder that strength isn't about how you look. It's about what you keep pushing through. Number 9. Isaiah Aosta. Isaiah was born with situs inversus, a condition where all of his internal organs are reversed in position and without a lower jaw. Doctors believed he wouldn't survive, let alone speak or eat on his own. But Isaiah didn't just survive, he dreamed. His dream was to be a rapper. Though he couldn't speak due to his condition, that didn't stop him from expressing himself. Isaiah began writing his own lyrics, raw, emotional, and powerful. Then he teamed up with a voice artist who performed his songs while Isaiah delivered them on stage with his unmatched energy. His unusual approach caught the world's attention. Step by step, Isaiah built a name for himself in the music world. His presence, charisma, and honesty turned him into an icon, not because he rapped traditionally, but because he refused to be silenced. Isaiah's story proves that no disability can silence true passion. His journey is proof that nothing is impossible when you refuse to give up. Number 8. Larry Gomez. This Mexican-American from LA lives with a condition known as hypertrichosis, which causes dense hair growth all over the body. For Larry, it's not just a bit of hair on the back or arms. His entire body and even his face are covered, to the extent that hair often blocks his vision. Growing up, Larry faced endless bullying. Cruel nicknames like Wolf Boy followed him into adulthood, and he often received strange looks on the street. But instead of hiding, Larry made the bold decision to fully embrace himself. He learned to love who he was, not in spite of his condition, but because of the strength it gave him. In 2008, the Guinness World Records named him the world's hairiest man. Larry took that moment and used it to speak out for others living with visible differences. Today, he's a proud advocate for acceptance, showing others that self-love starts from within, even when the world stares. So, never give up just because of others. Number 7. Anthony Carrian. If you're a fan of shows like Barry or DC's Gotham, then Anthony is likely a familiar face. But what many don't know is that behind his screen presence lies a personal battle. Since age 3, Anthony has lived with alopecia areata, an autoimmune condition that causes unpredictable hair loss. As a child, he experienced bald spots that came and went. But when he turned 30, he lost nearly all his hair. For an actor, that could have ended a career. But not for Anthony. He embraced his new look and kept auditioning. Instead of seeing alopecia as a curse, he turned it into an advantage, landing roles that required bold, unforgettable characters. His unique appearance became his signature, not his setback. Anthony didn't just continue acting, he thrived. Now, he uses his platform to empower others with visible differences, showing that confidence doesn't come from looking like everyone else. It comes from owning who you are. You are as good as you are. Number 6. Slavisa Pyitch. Slavisa Pyitch, better known as Battery Man, has spent decades shocking audiences, quite literally. Hailing from Serbia, Slavisa possesses a rare physical trait. His body doesn't conduct electricity like a typical person's. Instead, it stores and channels electric current. For more than 20 years, he's stunned crowds by powering light bulbs, heating water, and even setting world records, all using his own body. Incredibly, he once withstood a jolt of 20,000 volts without injury, a feat that would kill most people. His talent earned him a spot in the Guinness World Records. Despite a few scorched fingernails over the years, he's never experienced a major accident. He's used his unique gift to power home appliances and entertain live audiences. Slavisa also offers electrotherapy sessions, yes, real treatments, and continues to test the limits of what his body can handle. While science still can't fully explain it, Slavisa remains unmatched, a walking conductor and a living wonder of electricity. Now, let's head over to Number 5. Lizzy Velasquez. Lizzy is a courageous lady from Texas who was born with marfanoid progeroid lipodystrophy syndrome, a rare condition that prevents her body from storing fat. Her entire life, she's faced relentless bullying for how she looks. One video even labeled her the world's ugliest woman. Most people would break under that weight. Lizzy didn't. She found purpose in the pain. Instead of hiding, she began speaking. Her voice became louder than any insult. When a cruel social media trend mocked disabled people through fake FaceTime pranks, Lizzy spoke up, and the world listened. Her message against bullying drew support from celebrities, schools, and families everywhere. Lizzy now travels the globe, spreading a message of acceptance, resilience, and compassion. Even after all the hate, she continues to fight so no child grows up feeling like they don't belong. Lizzy's not just a survivor, she's a fighter, and she is proving it. Number 4. Ava Clark. Being different shows itself in many forms, and some people naturally turn heads without even trying. That's exactly the case with Ava Clark, a girl whose appearance looked like something painted by a master artist. Her hair was golden blonde, her eyes carried a blue-green hue, her skin was fair, and her lips were bright pink. But behind her striking beauty was a rare condition called albinism, one that left her legally blind and dependent on visual aids. Her story took an unexpected turn when a photographer noticed her and approached her mother with an idea: modeling. Her mother hesitated. She feared people might judge Ava or treat her harshly because of her condition. But during her first photo shoot, Ava exuded a magnetic presence no one expected. Even the photographers were left stunned. What began as a small opportunity turned into something remarkable. Ava's unique appearance made her a star. Number 3. Charlotte Garside. Charlotte was an exceptional young girl who defied every expectation despite her condition. From the moment she was born, her parents noticed something truly uncommon. While most babies are born weighing several pounds, Charlotte entered the world at just 1 pound and 1 ounce. She was so small, regular baby clothes didn't fit. Her parents dressed her in doll outfits instead. She looked like a real-life porcelain doll, but their love never wavered. As she got older, it became obvious her growth didn't mirror that of other kids. While her peers grew in height and strength, Charlotte remained tiny and delicate. Eventually, doctors diagnosed her with an extremely rare disorder called primordial dwarfism. Her symptoms were so unique, specialists struggled to identify a precise diagnosis. Despite a constant stream of hospital visits and tests, Charlotte remained strong-willed. She tackled all obstacles with bravery. Surrounded by endless love, Charlotte's life became a story of grit, resilience, and deep parental devotion. Number 2. Gary Turner. Gary has an unusual condition that has stunned countless people. He lives with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a rare disorder that weakens connective tissues such as skin, ligaments, and even internal organs. While this disorder can cause extreme discomfort for many, Gary turned his diagnosis into something astonishing. His skin has a surreal elasticity. He can stretch the skin on his neck almost halfway across his face. This ability earned him a place in the Guinness World Records. On October 29, 1999, Gary amazed everyone by stretching the skin on his stomach to a mind-boggling 6.25 inches. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome affects collagen, the protein responsible for skin strength and flexibility. When collagen is defective, the skin becomes loose and hyperstretchable. Although the condition can be dangerous in severe forms, Gary's type is more manageable. Rather than seeing his difference as a setback, he embraced it. His talent continues to fascinate spectators, making him a standout figure in medical and performance circles alike. Number 1. Macy Curran. Macy Curran's story began early. By the time she turned 18 months, her parents noticed something remarkable. She was growing at an unbelievable pace. Standing at nearly 3 feet tall as a toddler, she stood far above kids her age. It became clear she wasn't just going to be tall, she was going to break records. Clothes barely lasted a few weeks, outgrown before they were even worn in. At school, Macy's extraordinary height made her stand out. And unfortunately, kids weren't always kind. But she didn't let their words weigh her down. Instead, she embraced her uniqueness and grew into her frame with confidence. By 17, she held the Guinness World Record for the world's longest legs, standing 6 feet 10 inches, with her legs making up over 60% of her body. Macy continues to use her platform to promote self-acceptance and body positivity, showing the world that beauty and strength come in all proportions. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you very soon.